cell phone off. Turn it off. Turn your cell phone off. Turn it off. Turn your cell phone off. Turn it off. Turn your cell phone off. Please. Woke up this morning with my mind set on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind set on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind set on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Walking and talking with my mind set on spirit. Walking and talking with my mind set on spirit. Walking and talking with my mind set on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Everyone say hello. Living and loving with my mind set on spirit. I'm living and loving with my mind set on spirit. Living and loving with my mind set on spirit. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Good morning. Good morning, Spiritual Center of the Desert. How are you today? Yeah? Woo! Lively. I know that whole setting the clocks forward is kind of a bummer. Kind of a bummer. At 5 o'clock, I'm like, no way, this isn't happening, but I got to be here, so I got up. So it's great you all joined us today. And those of you at home, I am so jealous because you're probably in your bed just with your coffee. And yeah, but I'm glad everybody's here today. So I want to see who is here for the first time today at our center. I would love for you to stand up so we can say hello to you. Good morning. Woo, a whole row. Wow. Woo. Good morning.
Jeff Lockwood.
Excellent. And who brought you here? I saw somebody like nudging you up out of your chair.
No. I have a home near the area, and I drive by every day, and I thought this makes a lot of sense. I'm an international business guy, and I've been exposed to many, many religions because of that work. This makes a lot of sense.
Thank you.
Right on. Welcome. It's nice to see you. And you are?
I'm Gilbert.
Gilbert, nice to meet you. Who or what brought you here today?
Love.
Love? Oh. Wow.
That's a mic drop.
I'm all tingly.
It's all about love.
Thank you. Well, welcome. If love brought you here, you're in the right place. All right.
I am
Stand up.
jealous
Don't
of
be
that
embarrassed.
beard.
And you are?
And your name?
Katie.
Katie?
Katie.
Katie,
Very
good morning.
Nice.
Catherine.
Nice and quiet.
How did you find us? Did someone bring you here, or did you just find us?
My peoples.
Your peoples. It's good to have peoples. Good morning. Well, I'm
Welcome,
glad you're
welcome.
here, and you all came together. Good morning, and you are?
You can go grab the mic.
Jesse.
Hi, Jesse.
Just friends. And yeah, love.
Love.
New-
That's the answer today.
new
Love
things.
is the answer. Wonderful. Well, we welcome you with love into our beautiful sanctuary and community. Anybody else? Oh, yes. Go ahead.
Elizabeth,
Hi.
and New Beginnings.
Great. Welcome. I'm glad you're here today. We've got somebody over here, Reverend
Well,
William.
welcome, everyone.
Rev William, I think there's someone over here, too.
Oh, my goodness. If I only had eyes in the back of my head, I'd be perfect.
We're working on that.
Hi, my name's Darlene. I'm from Massachusetts, and I'm so, so happy to be here with my mentor, my friend. Haven't been seeing her twinkling eyes. I've been talking to her on the phone, so I'm now glad to see her and be with her, and she brought me here, of course. So thank you, and you guys are all lovely.
Thank you. Welcome. Well, thank you. So for those of you that don't know, so yeah, we're not really a religion here. We practice spirituality, the whole spiritual, not religious. And we are really into the teachings of Ernest Holmes, who created and wrote The Science of Mind and Religious Science. And that's the philosophy that we subscribe to here at this center. And it's such a great philosophy because it's all about love, and it's about inclusivity, and it's about honoring all faith traditions, because there is just a universal truth that they all have. And he discovered that, put it together in a wonderful philosophy that we get to utilize in our own lives to expand ourselves and to just be in that community that we love here. So if you want to learn more about Science of Mind, we can talk to you about it after service, and you will hear about it throughout our talks and our meditations today. So as you can see behind me, we've got our wonderful vision statement, I believe, changing lives one heart at a time, because we believe that the heart and love is the source of our life. And when we can open up our hearts and really love and really experience this life that is so precious, then we can change our lives, because we're radiating and vibrating in this whole other frequency that is open, that is receptive, that is interactive. And so that's what we practice here. That is what we teach, and that is what we live into. So I'm grateful that you're here to be with us today as we just celebrate the extraordinary magnificence that is within all of us here today. And so I think I would like to bring out Jerry Lynn. Many of you know her. Whoa, where are you, girl? Come on out. I've got to tell you this. So you see Mike and Paul up here, but yesterday both of them are not feeling well. So this beloved being, when I called her and said, help, she said, I'm there, girl. So here she is.
Yeah, I'm just not that easy to get rid of. You know, how many of you think you're in charge? Raise your hand. Okay, maybe Scott is. Yeah, I discovered I wasn't either, so I wrote this song about that. It's called I'm Letting Go. I'm letting go. I don't need to know. 'Cause I'll know which way to go. So I'm let go. I'm letting go of everything that I need, and I'm letting go. And I'm letting go of that warning voice I hear. I'm letting go. Thank you.
I'm letting go. It's not about giving up. I'm letting go of control. The plans that I thought I had for my life are nothing but a speck of sand on a beach compared to what Spirit has planned for me. So in this moment right now, take a deep breath in and let go. Knowing that the one life of Spirit is everywhere in its totality. Everywhere. It's in me. It's in you. It's in your next door neighbor. It all unfolds perfectly. Everything is divine right order because everything is love. And so right here in this very moment, focus on that love. That love for yourself. Yes, love yourself. Because with that love, it radiates out. Unbeknownst to each and every one of us, that love is nothing less than the pure expression of Spirit in this moment. So let it out. Let it go. And let it flow.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to this present moment here, to this new beginning here, and I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving
how blessed we are on this first morning of daylight saving time to be gathering in this loving, giving community where lives are being healed and changed, one heart at a time. Breathe in love and know God is, I am. Breathe in gratitude and let there be light. And let there be enlightenment as we recognize everyone, everything, everywhere is a God gift to the world, and we are meant to express our God gifts. So let your heart sing, let your soul dance, and shine your light. And do this with love in your heart. And I am knowing that we receive from this service exactly what we require to spring into action in ways that help us to share our unique gifts and to bless and prosper ourselves, our center, and our precious earthly home. And know with me that as we plant seeds of kindness and nurture them with love, yes, with love, that we ourselves, our beautiful center, and our world are healing, blooming, and prospering prosperously. Together we can. And with faith that we are springing into our greatest yet to be, individually and collectively, as this beacon of love and light that we are. I release, I let go, and I know that all is well. And so it is.
I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. Sing with me. I sing my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace
peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I set my love over the mountains. I set my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me, and it returns to me, and it returns to me. How about getting off of these antibiotics? You know. How about stopping eating when I am full up? How about them transparent dangling carrots? How about that ever elusive kudo? Thank you, India. Thank you, terror. Thank you, disillusionment. Thank you, frailty. Thank you, consequence. Thank you, silence. How about me not blaming you for everything? How about me enjoying the moment for once? How about how good it feels to finally forgive you? How about grieving it all one at a time? Thank you, India. Thank you, terror. Thank you, disillusionment. Thank you, frailty. Thank you, consequence. Thank you, silence. The moment I let go of it is the moment I got more than I could handle. The moment I jumped off of it was the moment I touched down. How about no longer being masochistic? How about remembering your divinity? How about unabashedly bawling your eyes out? We love a good cry, right? How about not equating death with stopping? Thank you, India. Thank you, Providence. Thank you, disillusionment. Thank you, nothingness. Thank you, clarity. Thank you, silence. Yeah, yeah.
I got to follow that. I have to follow this gorgeous. Thank you, Alicia. That was amazing. Oh, wow. Woo! Wow. Oh, my God. You know, I forgot to introduce myself at the top of the service. My name is Rev Dale, and it is always an honor and a privilege and a joy for me to stand here and talk with you and to you, because this is my joy, being in this energy field that you bring, this consciousness. So I'd like to start with a question for all of you today. How many of you would call yourselves a spiritual seeker? Raising your hands. So you call yourself a spiritual seeker. Yeah, I used to be like you too. I used to call myself a spiritual seeker because there was something inside of me that wouldn't let go of me. And I didn't know what it was trying to tell me, but boy, was it there. It was telling me there was something missing from my life that couldn't be found in this outside world, that there was something missing in my heart, and I didn't know what it was. There was something I was just looking for through different religions, through different philosophies, and I just couldn't find it. And then I came here, and I found it. And I wasn't a seeker anymore because I found what I was looking for, as you two would say. And what was really cool for me, as I speak about this journey of finding what I was looking for, is I really didn't know what it was specifically until I came into the science of mind, and it was like, wow, I didn't even realize that there's 3 things that I was looking for in my life that were spiritually fulfilling to me. And the first one about science of mind is that it's all about the mind. It's all about the power of the mind, to utilize the mind, to harness it for the betterment and the improvement of our lives, to examine our beliefs and see what beliefs are not working for us anymore and change them so that we're living in a place where we have life-affirming beliefs, where we're positive, where we know the power that we have to create our lives. And the second thing is this rich philosophy, this spiritual philosophy that we teach here, that God is everything, and God is within all of us, and that there is this amazing spiritual law, the law of cause and effect, that is operating everything in life, from the cosmos to our bodies to everything, and that our lives are an outpicturing of how we utilize that law. So you can utilize it in a way where you bring great good into your life or not so much. But the one thing that this philosophy brings to my heart and soul is its healing capacity. And I don't think we talk about it enough up here, because this philosophy heals lives. And I'm here to tell you it healed my life, and it continues to do so. And that's why my talk title is called The Healing Field. Because we are always in a healing field. It doesn't go away. It's right where we are. That healing energy of spirit that we all are is present at every moment of every day. But sometimes we forget about that. And for me, in my life, as I was coming into being an adult, I totally didn't see the healing presence inside of me, because I was so focused on the pain. I was so focused on the scars inside of me. I could not see that there's a healing field that I'm living in, and that there was healing power inside of me. But this place, this philosophy, teaches us that right where we are is healing potential. And when we can stop focusing on the anguish and the sorrow and the mistakes and the wrong directions that we've taken in life, when we can stop identifying with that and see that right here is a possibility to heal everything and anything in our lives. My next slide is this. So to heal means to become whole or sound, to mend, to get well. Because sometimes in life, we get unwell. We get sideways with the core of our being, with that source of life that I call God, Spirit, infinite intelligence, the energizing energy that is everywhere present within and around us. When we lose sight of that, we get out of alignment with that source energy, and we find that we're in need of healing, to bring it all back, to become whole again. And you know, we're always whole. We're always whole. But our mind, and sometimes our emotions and our heart, take us out of that truth of remembering that wholeness is right where we are. So this is the journey, and this is what Science Mind gives to us, this huge gift of this healing field that is here for us. And so my next slide is a quote by Ernest Holmes, and he talks a lot about healing, as you might imagine. And he says this: "A realization of the presence of God is the most powerful healing agency known to the mind of man." And I know for me, when I came to this center and I saw quotes like this, it didn't make sense to me at all. I couldn't understand how realizing that God is present, how that could heal anything for me at all, because my idea of God was just so like the old school, like God was here and I'm being punished for this and that. And I didn't realize, I never thought that God is healing, and realizing that God is right where I am can heal everything within my spirit. So what Ernest Holmes was trying to teach us is that when you're identifying with this bigger part of you, this bigger aspect of you, this aspect of you that is absolutely pure, that is absolutely beautiful and joyful and lovely, and just this amazing energy of life that we all are, when we identify with that, healing happens. Because what I used to do, I used to identify myself as less than, or I'll never measure up, or I can't do that, and I'm not enough, and all that negative self-talk. That's what I was identifying with. And then my energy was mirroring that. You know, I shrank. I saw myself as just being not worthy of being in this world because I didn't know God is right where I am. And so when we can start turning away from the old beliefs of who we thought we were, from our parents, from our peers, from our teachers, anything that wasn't really reflective of the amazing possibility that we all are and that we all have inside of ourselves. When we start identifying with that, our body starts lifting up. It starts pulsating with an energy of life, of vibrancy, of aliveness, of the allness, of the fullness of life that we are. When we know that we are this spiritual energy, that we are the presence of God. And that's what we teach here. And I know sometimes that's a gap. Sometimes it's hard to get from that to God. But I always teach people, find a word that means a bigger essence of you. Call it spirit, call it love, call it nature. Find it, because we all have a word. And once we start resonating with that word and feeling that word, things shift inside of ourselves, because we're activating something that is very natural to us. Very natural. It is everything that we are. I know when I came here and I would sit in the back there and I'd hear these things, and there was that part of me, the part of me that was conditioned mind, the part of me that was thinking I'm what I was brought up to be, that started to argue with this truth. But you know, when you're in that truth, it is so loud. And when you start saying, even giving it a moment of listening to it, it starts to grow and it starts to expand because it's nestled inside of us. And when we see it and recognize it, it can't help but burst through and come forward and express in all areas of our lives, in our consciousness. And that's a healing. That's a healing. So I have a quote. My next quote is Dr. Sue Mortara, and I bring her up here today because Ernest Holmes wrote, like the Science of Mind was published like in the early 1900s, 1930s. And Sue Mortara, Dr. Sue Mortara, is a present day, she's a healer, basically. She wrote the energy codes. And I was reading her book yesterday, and it was like she is saying what Ernest Holmes says. And she says this: spirit is the healing force in our life. That is because healing happens when the energy being, which is who we are, the real us, becomes activated in all of its circuitry. The energy being or spirit is the healer within. That's it. And I know that there's so many different healing modalities. There's medicine, there's acupuncture, there's energy healers. There's so many ways to open ourselves up to the healing energy that is within us. But what I know, what Ernest Holmes taught, what Dr. Sue Mortara is saying, is we got to activate that spiritual essence of who we are, the real us. That's really who we are. When we activate that and let it out to play, the healing happens on every level: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. We are firing because our circuits are opening up and our energy can flow. When David and I do our soul immersion on Friday nights, we talk about all these chakras, right? That's your energy centers. And what one of our intentions is to open up your energy centers. Because if they're clogged at all, your energy's not flowing. And we are divinely designed to have our energy flowing throughout our body, no stoppages at all. But yes, life happens, and we shut down, and our energy centers shut down, depending on your experiences that were injurious to you. But the thing is, to come back into the flow of your energy, the flow of the divine essence of you, to allow it to flow freely throughout your beingness, because then you're living your best life, because you're present in the moment. You're completely in tune with everything. That is the healing. My next slide is this. We need to expand our capacity to live, to embody and experience wholeness. I love the idea of wholeness. And there's something inside of ourselves that knows what that means for us. It means something different to everybody. But wholeness, seeing yourself, feeling yourself as whole, as alive, where everything is working perfectly. Do you love it when everything's working perfectly, right? Who doesn't, right? I love it when everything's working perfectly. And there's something in my being, in my body, when it is all working perfectly. And let me just say this. It doesn't necessarily mean that this outer world is working perfectly. That's not how I gauge wholeness. I gauge wholeness in my inner wholeness. That wholeness of being where I am present in my life, where I'm mindful, where I'm healthy and well, where I have plenty of everything that allows me to thrive in the world. That's my sense of wholeness, and I know it comes from consciousness. That's where it starts. And so the healing comes from bringing the wholeness back together again after we've had a ruptured life. And I will tell you, as I stand here on this stage, as there's so many people in here that I've worked with and that I know that have had the healing that began by remembering the spiritual essence of who they are, by remembering that the energy of spirit is right here, working through us, as us, if we only let it do its work as us. Thank you. Amen. There's a healing. So here's the interesting thing about healing. I've got to just say this. Some of you know who Dr. Jim Lockhart. Anybody know who Dr. Jim Lockhart is? He's a wonderful. He was in CSL, real high level, amazing consciousness, and I had the privilege to take a workshop from him at least 15 years ago. And he's really into Carl Jung and doing shadow work and stuff like that. And he said something that has never left my mind. And he said that the universe is always pulling us towards healing, always. And I love that because I've seen that happen in myself. But what I will say is sometimes that healing doesn't look so fun, doesn't look very delightful. And that's why healing is something to open up to how it is unfolding. And so my quote, actually this is something I just wrote, there's a part of us that yearns to heal all the old injuries so that we can be free, because those old injuries, they stay stuck unless we fully process them. And a lot of us have those old injuries that we've kind of like just stuck back there. And when they stick back there, they're still having a part in our life. So the universe does this by attracting situations to us that provide us with an opportunity to heal the old wounds. And sometimes that's not very comfortable. But if we can live a mindful life and see what we're walking into, it gives us an opportunity to look at something with fresh eyes. And I happened to have one of those healing opportunities last week. Would you please put up my next slide for the visual of it? Yeah, I had one of those. That was fun. So a girlfriend of mine called me up, and I've known her for such a long time, so we know each other's histories and everything like that. And she just started getting in on me. She just was hammering me. And I was just like, what is going on here? And I knew she was having a lot of stress in her life, but she was unrelenting. She was just attacking me. And so I took a step back and I thought, wow, what's going on with her? And she kept going and kept going. And then I got triggered. I became the 5-year-old in my mind that's mother used to come out of nowhere and be very angry and attacking. And so she's triggered in her stuff with her wounds. I'm triggered with my stuff and my wounds. Our wounds are talking to each other. And I don't know where we are. Neither of us is in the present moment at all because our wounds are just having the conversation. And I told her after a while, after I just was kind of like done with being bloodied and bantered, I said, you know what, I gotta go. And so I hung up and I just said, wow, what is going on with me? Now, I had a choice at that time. I could have continued getting upset and angry. I could have blamed her and called her back and said, how dare you, da-da-da-da. I mean, I could have stoked that fire big and high. But I chose not to because I'm a minister. And we don't do that sort of thing. We got to be mindful. We got to do our inner work, right? I tease you. I love doing. This is why I love being a minister, is because we do that. And so I went within and I said, wow, that reminded me of something really old inside of me. That felt like 19 whatever when mom was at her best. And so I went through it and I thought about it and I go, yeah, that's that thing again. And I've done a lot of work around it and it still bubbles up every now and then. But I got to a place of peace within myself because it wasn't about my friend anymore. It was about what it brought up for me. And I had the courage to look. That's what it does take courage. I had the courage to look because I knew I was safe. I knew it was an old memory, and I knew I could deal with whatever I needed to deal with. So I did my thing, and I got back to center, and I called my friend up, and I said, you know, it really bothered me that you attacked me like that. What's going on with you? And she told me, and we cleared the air between ourselves, and we became into the present moment, because we were living in history in that phone conversation. But we were able to see what was going on, and we put ourselves in the now moment. And we were able to see each other for who we are, this wonderful friendship that's been around so long. We were able to land in a place of love and respect for each other. And this situation reminds me so much of what's going on in our world right now. I think this is exactly what is going on in our world. We are all living in this unconscious, old, injurious energy, all of the wounds, and we're projecting onto each other this stuff that doesn't belong to anybody, because we're just living in the old patterns and the old hurts. And that's what's creating such a discordant world. That's it. If we do our own work, I'm not saying we got to change everybody out here because that's not where it's at. We got to change ourselves and look at our wounds. And when we're coming at people and it's just that old stuff coming at somebody that doesn't belong to them, the healing is within ourselves. And I think the more of us that do this inner work, that are willing to see the wounds that are still operating and heal them, that brings us into our world with clarity, with greater energy, with love and compassion. Because when we clean this up on the inside, we're so much more clear in our interactions with others. We're able to hold people when they're having a bad day. We're able to have compassion. We're able to say, oh my God, I didn't realize that you had that in your past. I am so sorry. Now it makes sense why you treat people like that. It really is important for us individually and collectively. And my next slide is this. So it may seem to you that the mind is where this healing takes place, or that the mind can help us to heal. And I will tell you, it can to an extent. This is a quote from Michael Singer from The Untethered Soul. He says, all you have to do is stop expecting the mind to fix what's wrong inside of you. Because I don't think it's the mind's duty to do that. I do not think it's its job. Its job can give us clarity, like I just told you about in my example. The mind helped me to go back and see what was going on with me, but it's not what fixed me. That's not what did the healing. Not at all. This is what does the healing. As Ernest Holmes would say, my next slide. Thank you. He says, love is the greatest is the grandest healing and drawing power on earth. You know, we talk about the heart a lot here, and there's a reason why we talk about the heart a lot, because that's where all the healing is happening. What happened to me growing up is I built a big old wall around my heart because of my experiences. And I didn't want to feel, I didn't want to share this heart. I wanted to just sit behind a wall so I didn't have to feel or feel vulnerable or to have to risk injury again to it. And so I built the wall up to protect it. And a lot of us do that. We protect ourselves because we've been hurt so badly in life. That happens. I am not going to spiritually bypass it at all. That hurt happens in life. But we live in a healing field. We live in a healing field, and the heart is the key to that healing. When we can come to a place and understand what has hurt our hearts, and to realize the resiliency of that heart, to say, yes, I've had my stuff in life, but my heart was born to love. Our hearts were born to love. Our hearts were born to connect with others, not to sit behind a wall. That's not life. That's not living at all. Living is connecting. Living is being in your heart space and being comfortable in it and saying, I can love everybody because my heart is strong and I've done my inner work and there is no risk anymore for me to stand here and be with you in love with an open mind and open heart and just bring us all together in what I know is true. What I know is true is oneness is real. That's what I know is true. Oneness is very real. And we start allowing ourselves to really be one with all and to stop separating ourselves and otherizing people and having enemies in life. When we lay that down and understand that we've all had different life experiences that have led us to this point, and some have been really rough, and some people don't even have the tools to get to the place where they can heal this beautiful heart. And so we can do that because we are here, and we're open and receptive to the message that Ernest Holmes gave to us, the power of the heart and love to heal. That's it. It's that simple. I mean, it really is. It's that simple, yet the pathway to the heart can seem very tricky, but it isn't. Our minds are telling us it is, because the mind is trying to protect. But we can give that job to the heart. That is not the mind's job to heal. This is open and receptive and ready to heal it all, And my last slide, I believe, is back to the healing field. So our center's been through some really interesting transformations. And what an honor it is for me to stand here today and feel the healing. Today, I really felt it in a big way. I'm feeling the energy rising up for us to keep going, to find the center of you as your beautiful heart. Because the healings that have happened in this room, that are happening with our spiritual community right now, we are wired to heal. And we can do this, and we are doing this. We're doing it individually, and we're doing it collectively. And so I just want to tell you, before I get off this stage, I just want to tell you how loved you are. And I don't want you ever to forget that, ever. Please know how loved you are. And please know, no matter what you've been through in your life, the healing field wants you to play in it. It wants you to open up to it. It is wide, it is free, and the tools are there for you to utilize in your life to heal your heart and to be able to live your greatest life ever and to have goodness overflowing in all areas of your life. So join me in that field. It is there, always. And I just want to thank you for listening to me today. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to invite the ushers to come forward with their baskets. Woo! Hello. So this is our offertory part of our service. This is where the whole giving and receiving, the divine reciprocity comes forward in the form of financial giving. And I am so grateful because you guys, you're really stepping up and giving, and we really appreciate it. We really do appreciate it. You're allowing this center to continue to thrive and grow. And when you see the announcements, you're going to see how we're growing. There's a lot of good going on here. So what's on your heart to give today, I thank you for giving it. Just put it on your heart as we say this prayer together. I offer this gift with joy and gratitude. I receive freely and give freely, knowing the law of circulation is working perfectly in my life and the life of this center.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Wow. You're amazing. So let's say this prayer together as we just bless this bounty that we received today. Please join me. We bless this collective offering and receive it with gratitude, knowing it is spirit in action. As this currency flows through our center and beyond, it blesses many lives, including my own. Thank you. Dr. Laura, would you join me? We have a lot of announcements, so buckle up,
really?
Buttercup. Yes.
We do have a lot going on, don't we?
But it's fun, right?
It is
just goes
fun.
to
It's
show.
exciting. There's a lot of energy in the air for sure.
Yeah.
So we have our 1-minute miracles. Who are our
Yes.
practitioners
We've got
today?
Sharon and Jackie will be over in the Om Room right across the way. If you need prayer, they are there for you. They're both wonderful practitioners. So head on over there and they'll give you a good prayer.
A lot of miracles come out of that room.
Yep.
Right, right. Oh, and then
Speaking.
our beautiful Christine Cummings does our healing hearts here, and it's second and fourth Tuesday each month, 4 to 5, and you do it over in the Om Room. Is that where you're doing it? It's
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So over there where they're going to do prayers, that's right. So if you've lost someone, it's a great group to come together and just, share what you're going through from your heart. It's healing hearts. That's what it does.
She's
That's
great.
right.
She's
She's great at it. So
Spirit of Women next Saturday already.
Saturday, I'm looking forward to
Barbara
it.
Lippert, Barbara, will you stand up? I see you right there. Barbara is going to be giving us a workshop on developing your intuition. And for those of you that don't know, that Barbara is a medium, so she's going to be bringing the mojo to the room and just letting Spirit guide her to whatever needs to be said. So it's right here in the sanctuary next Saturday from 12:30 to 2, and light refreshments will be served.
It's a great group of women. I went for the first time when I did my Ho'oponopono. I said, I got to go back. That's a great group. That was really great. Okay, the men's group. Reverend William, you're having a men's potluck, huh? So they can sign out in the area, out in the patio, and everyone is welcome. Everyone.
Here he's gonna just let him know.
Give me the microphone, ladies. Yes, the men's group. That's right. So the men's group, we're finally doing something with the congregation. We've been having a wonderful time online, but we decided it's time for us to get out and really get this place jumping. So out on the quad area, we'd like for you to sign up and bring your favorite dish. And the reason why we're having a sign up is we don't want everybody to bring a pie. Okay? So make your favorite side dish, whatever, sign up. It's going to be after service next weekend, and it's going to be in the quad area, out in the garden area, and it's just a time for us all to get together.
April 2nd.
April 2nd.
What did you say?
Next weekend.
That's not next weekend. Honey,
Man, I am so
he
like
doesn't go to
everywhere.
time and space at all.
Elizabeth isn't here to guide him, okay? That's what it is. Okay, and what about, what if they bring a pot pie?
That's good.
Chicken pot pie. I know
pot
you
pies.
do. I know.
I never make them. I only eat them.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
That'll
you.
be fun. And that's for, like he said, it's for everybody.
Everybody. All right.
So Karen Drucker is coming, everybody. April. She's actually going to be our April 15th Spirit of Women presenter, and it's going to be a workshop. I think from 10 to 4, I believe, April 15th. I'm sorry, guys, it's a women's workshop. I know the men get upset about that, but maybe she can do a men's one sometime. Not only is she coming to do the women's group, but she'll be here on Sunday, the 16th, running the service. She'll be the musical guest artist, and she's going to give a talk. So it's quite a treat for all of us.
You don't want to miss that one for sure. No,
oh my
she's
gosh.
so fabulous. We've missed her so much.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a movie night. We're going to do The Shack, okay? For the Shackelford, the Shack. That's what they used to call me, the Shack. Anyway, that's going to be fun. What are we charging? Like $5?
$5
It's
for
$5. You're
for
going to get a
water
little
and
popcorn and water, and it's just. I mean, I'm sure you've seen it before, but it'd just be fun to kind of watch it together and maybe talk for a little bit afterwards. So mark your calendar, Wednesday, March 22nd.
Yep.
So.
And this is mine. We're having a Seder. Oh boy, it's growing and expanding. I'm going to be running a Seder, and I've got people that are going to be helping me out on April 7th, 6 p.m. It'll be over in the Costa Hall area. And it's going to be kind of like a metaphysical Seder. I'll do the traditional stuff, and I'll add a little science of mind here and there because it so works with Judaism and every religion, as we know. But what we're going to do that I've decided to add is some Israeli dancing. So, oh yeah, I've got all my choreography down. So we're going to have some fun. Right, we're not quite sure if there's going to be what the price will be. Right now, there's some people that want to bring some side dishes, which is fine. But as you might know, with a Seder, there's a whole lot of other things that need to come into the meal. So if you're interested, just contact me. You can call the office or just find me and let me know. I think that's it.
I think that's it. That's
Yeah.
really
Do
good.
you want to close this? Do the prayer today?
No, that's okay. I just wanted to say we have two special guests.
Oh, I didn't know if they wanted to be outed or
Maybe
not.
they didn't want to be outed, but we have Dr. Ken Gordon and his beautiful wife, Deb. And Dr. Ken will be speaking next Sunday.
Tell them who Dr. Ken is.
Dr. Ken.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about
She
that.
can't
I just
help
can't
herself.
help myself
They
because
wanted
you
to be
know how I
anonymous.
love you guys. So I was the recording secretary for originally RSI and then with CSL, and Dr. Ken was, as you all know, the spiritual leader. And I thought he was retiring a year sooner, but I went ahead and retired because I said I would stay till he retired. And it was such an honor and joy to work with him. And Deb has been very involved too with CSL, and I don't know, probably still is. But anyway, love you both so much.
Yeah.
So
He'll be talking next
he'll
Sunday.
be
It's
talking.
gonna be
I'm looking forward to.
extraordinary.
By the way, I need your talk title so we
yeah.
can pick some. Okay.
Yeah, Dr. Ken is amazing. We had a wonderful opportunity to have dinner with him and his wife on on a, I don't know what day it was last week, Thursday.
Last week,
or
yeah.
Friday. And they're so, they just, their consciousness is so just high and vibrant and the kindest people you ever know. And Dr. Ken, he tells a great story because not only at dinner, but I've heard Dr. Ken to give talks here before and at Asilomar. You will be in stitches. You will be in stitches. He's hilarious.
He's wonderful. And I just want to remind you, people that are here for the first time, I will be out on the patio. I have a little gift for you and love to get your email so we can keep you abreast of what's going on here at the center. So I'll see you out on the breezeway. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lord. Well, I just want to say thank you to everybody that was a part of this service. I want to thank my Scott, who just was in the loop of all this beautiful musical wonderment that came through today. Alicia, come on up. Alicia and Jerry Lynn and Bob and Gil and Jeff, if you don't, we told Dr. Joe talked about you last week. He's an old member. And Gilmore, thank you for running the slides so beautifully. Chris, William on the camera over there, Stephanie in the back, and Mimi for keeping the order of our offertory collectors, and Reverend William for making all of it work today because there was a lot of stuff happening. Thank you. And Dr. Laura and Christine, who gave a beautiful prayer today. Thank you so much. And just for you, for all of you in this room, that we come together, even though we're leading this thing, you all are participating just by being the energy in the room. And I want to thank you for supporting our community and growing with us. So thank you for that. So I believe it's time to pray, and then we'll have a wonderful closing song, and then we'll see you when we see you next. So just take a moment and close your eyes if that works for you, and just join me in the healing field right now. That healing field that reminds us that there is always good flowing. The healing field that reminds us that there is possibility for growth and expansion no matter what's happened. And so as I just raise us all in this awareness, this beautiful truth, I am grateful just to see the divine that we all are, fully activated, and taking us to new levels of life within ourselves as we clear the inner field, as we do the healing work and free ourselves to be living our greatest life. And so I'm knowing a wonderful week for everybody today. I know the blessings are coming left and right and up and down as we just say yes and thank you to this universe that is so filled with abundance of joy and love and energy, and we just bring it in and give it out as well. And so with gratitude for what is unfolding in this wonderful space in this moment, I just say thank you, thank you, thank you. And so knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly for each person here today, for everybody in our lives, I'm just grateful to stand in a place of seeing the awesomeness of God in us all. And so I now just let go as I release my word as that law, knowing good is now rising up and expressing in, as, and through all. And so I let go and I let it be as we say together. And so it is.